So first, let's find the cost of goods sold under FIFO, first in, first out. We need to find how many units we sold over this period. So we want to find out the total amount of units we've sold to our customers. Well, on February 1st, we sold 25. On April 30th, we sold 15. June 25th, we sold 40, and that gives us a total of 80 units sold. So we're trying to attribute some cost per unit to these 80 units. We don't need to worry about the price at which these units were sold, only the costs, because the price per unit that we actually receive as a company doesn't affect the cost that we're trying to attribute to these units. So under FIFO, first in, first out, we want to start with the costs of the earliest units. So when attributing cost to these 80 units, we're going to start based on our inventory with our earliest purchase. And the question tells us that we started with a beginning inventory of 40 units, each of which cost $8. So again, we're trying to attribute some cost to these 80 units. Starting at the beginning, we had 40 units that cost $8 each, so that takes care of half of our 80 units, but we still have to find some cost for the other 40. So we move forward in time. That's what we do with FIFO. We start with the earliest shipment and we move forward. And so moving forward, we see we then bought 50 units and we paid $7 each for them to our suppliers. And so the next 40 units of our 80, we're going to attribute a cost of $7 each to those 40. So the rest of the information that the problem gives us doesn't matter for this part, since we sold a total of 80 units. So we've accounted for the cost of all 80 of those units. So our cost of goods sold under FIFO is the first 40, we're going to give $8 per unit based on our original inventory, and then the next 40, we're going to be included in that second shipment of 50 at $7 each. So we're going to multiply the first 40 by 8, add that sum to the next 40 by 7, and that's going to give us a cost of goods sold equal to $600. So under LIFO, last in, first out, we want to start with the latest units, our most recent purchase. Well, the most recent purchase was 45 units at $10 each. So we're going to attribute the first 45 units of our 80 that we've sold over this time period to a cost to us of $10 each. But we still have 35 units we have to account for. Well, if we go back in time, back chronologically, the second most recent purchase was we bought 50 units at $7 a piece. So that's what we'll attribute those last 35 units of our 80 to. So our cost of goods sold under LIFO is the 45 at the $10 per unit plus the 35 units at the $7 per unit. That gives us a cost of goods sold of $695.